AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
I was tired of skimming through Paul George's disgusting podcast. He should be ashamed of himself. We'll get to him in a second. Carmelo Anthony says players can't make $113 million off the floor after Jalen Brunson's massive discount. Brunson signed one of the most team-friendly contracts in NBA history this offseason by agreeing to a 4-year, $156 million extension with the Knicks. If Brunson had waited one more year to hit free agency, he would have been eligible to sign a 5-year, $269 million contract with the Knicks. In essence, Brunson left $113 million on the table. This is when Carmelo Anthony comes in on a Podcast P show, the new Philadelphia 76ers forward, a.k.a. the loser, wondered if Brunson might be able to make some of the money back off the court. George mentioned that Brunson, an immensely popular athlete in New York, not only has endorsement opportunities, but also likely isn't paying for ish, which is a good proposition. I think that was a good question. And Carmelo, you know, with his experience in New York City, gave a great reply. Listen, you can't make $113 million off the court. People is busting their ass out there and isn't making $113 million off the court. I'm talking about people who's been off the court, off the field for years and years, who are the biggest stars out there. They're not making $100 million off the court. So that right there is different. He is making something. He should be making something. 113 to make that up on the back end is crazy. That's what actually struck my eye, though, AllBall. That part right there, $113 million to make up for is crazy. What did you think of that reply back and forth with Carmelo and Podcast P? And well, what was your reaction and what do you think now?
Well, we know Carmelo ain't taking no pay cut. So, you know, like, and this is my problem with today, man. All people care about is money. That's it. They don't like Melo. You play for the NBA. You play for the Knicks. You understand what it takes to be successful and attempt to win a championship. If you take all the money, how do you sign other players? So for me, you know, this is why Melo didn't work in New York. This is why Patrick Ewing didn't work in New York. Yeah, it worked financially, and you know we got great games on the court. But as far as winning a championship, this is why I was never a big fan of Melo.
Oh, I thought it was just me.
We know for a fact he ain't taking a pay cut. He ain't gonna take a $2-3 million pay cut, let alone 113. But what I'm not understanding is with Melo, do you not see what Brunson is doing? Why not talk about that? Why not commend him? Because it got to be a method to this madness. Okay, he took a pay cut. Why? You think he's just taking a pay cut just to take a pay cut? No. Maybe the plan is we need you to do this so we can, you know, be flexible and things like that to win a championship. So for me, I'm not surprised with Melo's reaction because majority of these guys, all they care about is money and literally nothing else. Melo's the same player that said an Olympic gold medal is more important than an NBA championship. So why would I expect anything less? Man, like, and I like what Paul George said. And of course, it ain't about can he make 113 off the field. That's who says that's possible or impossible? The point is he made the right move for the franchise. The first time we've seen in how long? And he's not even a super duper star. Like, come on, man. So with Melo, it's like, come on, man, we show you mad love as a Knick. Like, we don't even, Knicks fans treat you as if you was drafted here. Like, come on, bro. So for me, you know, be happy that there's some guys still out there with integrity, man, and morals and wanting to win. We know for a fact there's something behind him taking that pay cut. He didn't do it just to do it. Maybe it's for his other guys to get money. Like I said, for the organization and the team to have flexibility to go get other players. That's what leaders do. And it's obvious. Melo is not a leader, never was a leader. Because 100% fact, he's not doing this. It amazes me how some of these guys will sit there and tell you, I'm not taking a pay cut because the boss don't take a pay cut. What? What are you talking about? To win, to be great, to have consecutive great seasons and be able to get players and trade for players and have other players, stay and make their money. You have to be flexible. Do we not see? You see how Tom Brady made up his money? So you want to hear an example, Carmelo, how you can make that money off the field? Tom Brady took pay cuts for his whole career, and now that his career is over, he signed a $300 million contract to be a sportscaster. So what did you say? You can't make it off the field? let me repeat that. You said people can't make that off the field. Tom Brady took a pay cut his whole career. Won 7, what he got? 7 or 8? 7, right?
7.
7 Super Bowl rings. Considered to some as the GOAT. Oh, he took this pay cut. Oh, he deserved more money. And what happened? Well, don't worry about it. You're going to be sportscaster. It's 300 to be waiting for you. Should we talk about a guy named Michael Jordan? Michael Jeffrey Jordan, who was underpaid his whole career. How much money he made off the field, off the court. Let's talk about a brother named Shaq. So for me, what are you talking about, Melo? You know what it is? He can't fathom that somebody took a pay cut. That's the whole thing. You can't fathom, it's people still out there that want to win. They don't want to take all the money and just it be for them and hate on everybody when they shining and getting money. A la big shout out Jeremy Lin. Yeah. So for me, I'm not surprised with Melo, man. Great player. Love his platform. I like to hear him talk. But on this one, come on, man, root for the young man. Don't look at it one-sided. And that's all everybody is doing. But before I let you go, Tom Brady made up all that money he missed out on off the court, off the field. So it is possible that when Jalen Brunson career is over and he retires as a Knick, what if they give him $100 million to be a sportscaster? Or be on the Knicks coaching staff? Or just in the organization? Come on, man. So for me, Melo was wrong, and this is why Melo was Melo, and this is why a lot of these players didn't win, because they didn't care about winning. I'm not saying they was losers or they was okay with losing, but a lot of these guys is fine without winning championships. Why? Because they got the money, and that's all they care about. And this is why they won't be revered as GOATs, as greats. Right now, Jalen Brunson is a better Knick than Carmelo Anthony. And it's not only because of his play on the basketball court. It's his play off the court. So for me, might be a little jealousy over there, man. Because I'm being honest, Melo. He's making us forget you was a Knick. The floor is yours, my brother.
I'm not sure if he's jealous. He seems like a really cool, down-to-earth dude. But I know he's always been meddling in people's business. He did it to Jeremy Lin when he was here, and people just thought I was bugging. Him and J.R. Smith, they blatantly called out Jeremy, that's too much money. They said that's too much money, Jeremy Lin. Pocket watching Jeremy Lin. I didn't understand that when it happened. Like you said, he was not going to turn down the money. He sounds very confusing during the interview, because
hold on, Fabe. Let's get it straight. He's not going to turn down any money. we know he ain't gonna turn down 113. But if they tell him we need you to take a $13 million pay cut, he's not turning that down. So that's my only thing with Melo. Let's not forget, he's not turning down anything. He's not taking a dollar pay cut. And that's my problem. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Nah, I think that's if let's say he was gonna get that much more money and you keep Jeremy Lin, or you take less of a pay cut, he wouldn't have done it for Jeremy Lin. For me at that time, I thought it was like a 3-headed point guard monster: Jeremy Lin, Jason Kidd, and Raymond Felton coming back. But he didn't want to do that. He looked at it like that ain't LeBron. That's my problem. And even if then, when it went to the Miami Heat, he said he could have been a part of that team, but he would have been a fourth option. And they sacrificed a lot over there, hinting towards the contract. So once again, you keep hinting towards the money.
Exactly.
One minute you keep talking about his righteousness, the next minute you talk about the money. Then when you're saying you playing in Denver, I didn't want to leave Denver because I was a lead dog. Also, he also confirmed what everybody kept. All these people saying that they weren't talking beforehand, before the Olympics. He said they've been talking about that for years, as we all suspected. They've been talking about hooking up in Miami or somewhere, Chicago, and joining to be a super team in whatever city. They were talking about it for years, but Carmelo was not willing to give up the money for it. That's what he's telling you. And LeBron was saying, yo, sacrifice a little bit to make history. According to Carmelo, he wasn't as business savvy back then. And I guess he views Brunson doing this as not business savvy. Boy, oh boy, do I have to disagree with you, my brother. If he lost $113 million, that's $113 million commercial that's going to be playing constantly on a daily basis, every other month, every other year, if Brunson wins a championship, if he continues his stride. Because all they're ever going to bring up is that he turned that money down to get whatever kind of success. That's what that is. The Knicks and Brunson paid $113 million commercial to show you what they're about. They are advertising the culture by sacrificing, which was what you were never about. Your game was never about that. None of that. And I always sound harsh because of how much I like Melo as a podcaster now. But on the court, you were never LeBron.
Very selfish.
You were a great scorer, but you tried to play LeBron. It was like, damn, like you really think you could? No. You came over here and got everybody traded. I don't care what your explanation is. You accepted the trade. Go ahead, AllBall. I'll give you the background.
No. I'm just saying, you know, he was very selfish on the court, even as a basketball player. And, you know, for you to say I didn't go to Miami because I would have been a fourth option. Also, you didn't want to win a championship and make history. Why? Exactly. Because you wasn't going to be the key, the focal point. Like, come on, bro. So it just goes to show you. And for me, with the Jeremy Lin thing, I don't care who it was. He wasn't going to take a pay cut. He wasn't going to take a pay cut for Raymond Felton and Jason Kidd. He wasn't going to take a pay cut for LeBron. He ain't taking a pay cut for nobody. And one thing with me, I don't knock you. Cool. But don't get mad when we look at you different because you didn't win. Why? Because you don't want to take a pay cut so an organization can get players to surround you, better players, or keep players there. You think guys want to go play for a team or a player where you know for a fact he ain't taking no pay cut? Ain't he all about him? So for me, Carmelo Anthony, I think looking at it wrong, totally wrong, and I hated his answer. And it just goes to show you that's all these guys are about. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. All about the money. Yes. Do we all need money? Yes. Would we love to have $113 million? Yes. But once again, we spoke about this on Knicks Rehab a week or so ago. He has that fourth-year option. Of course, he's going to decline that, and he's going to re-up, and he's going to make up some of that. That gives the team 3 years of flexibility to make moves. How do people not see that? And like you said, if he wins a championship, you know what that $113 million gonna cost? You being a New York Knicks legend for life. and you go down as the greatest Knick of all time. Bye, Melo. We don't even know you no more. When they talk about greatest Knicks, greatest memories, moments, you will not be thought of, brother. So, yeah, he knows that too. Because trust me, he don't get no love nowhere else but New York. He ain't get no love in Denver. He ain't get no love in OKC. He ain't get no love in Portland. Was he with the Lakers for a bit too?
The Lakers for a bit too? Yeah.
Wasn't he? Right, he was there for a bit. Right. You ain't getting no love in LA. All your love you get and respect is from our Knicks. So tread lightly, brother. Tread lightly, because in a minute, you about to be forgotten about when it comes to being a Knicks player.
I think we hit everything on pretty much everything on the nose. Because I just, like I said, I like him being a podcaster. He's always with his the gods. But you at some point, man, you knew Leon Rose, you knew he had a plan in place. Brunson bought in. To say $113 million is crazy, is different. It is. Say he can't make it up off the court. Yeah, maybe he can't. But I don't know. I'm not saying he was being negative, but I think we're just saying that this is the difference between a winner and a person chasing the money. It seems like that's the opportunity you have in the NBA and professional sports in general. That's always going to be your opportunity, is the money, especially once you get on their level. And the fact that Brunson, I'm going to keep repeating this. Brunson was not going to have several contracts in his future like Carmelo was promised. That was way more likely to be promised to Carmelo, LeBron James, D Wade, all these guys. Brunson is doing this in the face of everyone saying the same thing. If he gets injured, damn, he's going to feel stupid. That's what everybody's saying. He took that risk, though. Melo, you couldn't take that risk. You're gonna have $20 to $100 million contracts on the table. You knew that, even if you had a slight injury. So Brunson, again, showing you the difference between a winner and the ones that chase the bag. It made me want to pivot. It made me want to pivot to PG, man. But damn. Oh, yeah. Oh, it made me want to pivot. Because how is it that someone gets a mindset like that? Is it learned or do they teach them? Is it learned or do they teach them? You tell me, guys. You tell me. Hold on a second. Give me 2 seconds while I get to that real quick. AllBall.
Talk to me.
Do you think that is learned or is taught, like the nature versus nurture thing with Brunson? Did he learn that, or was he taught that? Did Carmelo, is that naturally who he is? Did he learn that, or was he taught that? How does that go?
As far as what?
Like in life, like I'm taking the bag and I'm gonna,
Oh, that's taught. I mean, us as the generation we in, all you hear is get the bag, get the bag, get the bag. That's all you hear. So yeah, that's taught. But when you're taught from young other morals and things like that, and once again, there's nothing wrong with that. I have no problem in nothing against Melo, and I don't have no problem with nobody getting the money. But that's taught. Once again, get the bag. And see, the 113 is all people seeing. If he would have took a $30 million pay cut, they still would say something. Yo, he took a so it's just the notion of somebody taking a pay cut. And that mentality is taught. Just go get the money, no matter what. No matter what. I've heard people on platforms say, yeah, I don't like so-and-so, but would I do this or do that for the bag? Yeah. That's taught, because we are taught to just get the bag and it's all about the money. And Brunson is showing you it's not all about the money at all. And once again, when he brings the championship to New York City, we are going to understand. See, I think guys like Melo and some of these vets should be preaching that total opposite. I'm not telling you take a $113 million pay cut. I'm saying play for more than just money. Play to be great. Play to make a statement. Play to change lives. Some of these guys just play basketball and that's it. Nah, man. You not only like remember the famous commercial with Barkley. I'm not a role model. Yes, you are. Whether you want to believe that or not. Young men and women really look up to y'all. So when these guys don't show some type of, I don't know what word I'm looking for, but it's like, listen, man, I think what Brunson is doing is legendary, man. And to me, he put the whole world on notice. He got the Knicks relevant. And like I said, he's doing things that's out of the norm. That's throwing people off. But, I'm a little, I'm a little upset that Melo, took the stand that he took because once again, I mean, I expect that from the media, but, former players, how do you not understand what he's doing? How? So, like I said, that's taught. That's definitely taught. You are not, it's very rare that you get a person that grows up with just morals. No, that thing is taught. That's why his pops is the GOAT. His pops is the GOAT. Because the way he raised that young man, the way he conduct himself off and on the court, bruh, you can't get no better than that. So, yeah, in my opinion, that's taught.
Well, you say you feel bad for Melo. Feel upset that Melo would say such a thing. But we ain't got to worry about that because Brunson is here to lead the way. And you should lead the way with your day with Factor Meals. Head over to factormeals.com/ABTV50. That's right, Factor Meals. Head to factormeals.com/ABTV50 and use code ABTV50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code ABTV50 at factormeals.com/ABTV50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off next month. Oh, ball.
Yes, sir. Listen, Factor Meals, man. But hold on. We just got to be for real. I done had a taste. Pause. Go get that Factor's meal. ABTV. Come on, man. Hit that link. Save some money. And help us out. Help you out. Get healthy. Eat better. Factor Meals is in the building.
Come on now. Can't believe it. Shout out to Factor Meals, our first sponsor ever, AllBall.
Yes.
I don't think we congratulated each other on air.
Well, we got
my brother.
Right, but first I want to congratulate the people because without the people, without the chat, without the supporters, they're the ones that give us the decent numbers for people like Factor Meals to pay attention and want to deal with us. So, congratulations, my brother, Kels, Uncle Ice, Dom, Flea, Fabian, AllBall TV family. Congratulations, but got to give a big shout out to Factor Meals and to our people in the chats. The subscribers, love y'all to death. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, man, Factor Meals, hit that link. Let's go. Get that good food, man. Prep it up for you. Very good. Get yourself healthy. Get your life in order with Factor Meals.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.